All right, I want to give you guys a good idea what to do on the draft dashboard here for today as we look at particularly today. Let's give attention to some stacks. There are a lot of pitchers. The main suggestion to project the best pitchers for today is really just go over to, basically the Roto Grinders, Vegas odds and lines. See how these, I watch them throughout the day, see how they changed. Projected run totals, especially money lines for the pitchers, starting with Eduardo Rodriguez, Ohtani, Flaherty, Lance McCullers, and Quintana probably to also consider, and who is set to project the least amount of run totals for today, as that would be first of all include Ohtani, a very safe pick today, then also McCullers, Flaherty, Quintana. And so look at these guys as you're choosing your pitchers is not really a wrong option as far as all those guys go for today. So focusing then on the stacks, let's see what we can do here. I do try to give consideration always to the studs as well as the sleepers here, these two menu options on the draft dashboard, so that we can get the lower risk proven players and also some of the high value ads here for today. And I just put this as it slowly comes up in order of the best optimization, which is this. That's for includes pitchers, but JD Martinez in the outfield, he's leading the league, I believe, in home runs, believe it or not. And then also, so we'll just watch him. I give him a bullseye mark there. Nick Markakis for Atlanta. Atlanta should do well, faring against the San Diego pitcher with their lefties, Matt Strahm, as well as, let's see what else we got. Interesting, plus 36% in the matchup versus Sam Givaglio. And so Aaron Hicks, we'll watch him as well. And then we'll just also look at considering anybody else so we can see or particularly like the matchup. Freddie Freeman, he's awesome. Gregorius, who else do I like here? I like the Rockies in the Great American Ballpark today versus Sal Romano. I'm fine with that. So we'll include Blackman just so we can try to get a couple studs into our lineup, such as these that are generally known as so. Eddie Rosario, I love him. Against Hector Santiago, he allows 1.061 at this moment versus lefties on the season. So that actually includes prior years as well. So that's you can bank on that. As far as anybody else, maybe perhaps just scanning through versus Bartolo Colon, probably you can really go to lefties or the righties, the Oakland bats. You can certainly stack them as well, including Chris Davis in that lineup. So let's see what we can generate here as we try to get some perfect lineups. Let's use that. See how many of them turn out to be stacks. This provides a lot of information and how you can go about picking a stack for tonight and some good one-ups, of course, as well. And we want to switch this over to the proper lineup on the day on FanDuel so we can get that domain 7:05 p.m. This is how you quickly generate some optimal stacks for yourself so you don't waste your time playing DFS and lose. So, for example, let's see if there's any stacks I am liking here so far. Just scanning through. I'm going to check a couple more. Might have to go back to the top. I missed that first one. So you basically got, this is probably the most favorable, the last one for me. Let's check what that top one was. Okay, so it gives you many options as far as lineups that you can use or at least tinker with. Aaron Nola, he's a possibility also at pitcher with Andujar for the Yankees. Peterson, let's go back to the bottom. We'll just switch out the pitcher and optimize this lineup. You click there or touch there on your phone, just like I am doing right now, as a ways to generate that lineup, of course, as we can modify the existing to a pitcher better. Taking, for example, optimize well Lance McCullers. As you can enter this, I would recommend and to do a bunch of those 25-cent tournament stacks that are available on FanDuel, so you can have a high upside chance and low investment cost. Try to get yourself, a winning lineup. So you also already got here St. Louis, sort of a stack going with Martinez. We touched on Wong at second. That's certainly fine. JD Martinez, great. Aaron Hicks, Benintendi, we don't need him in our lineup today. Let's downgrade to a St. Louis guy, a St. Louis bat, like the righty we just talked about a little bit earlier. If we can find one here, just going through the list. Let's see, Ozuna, as well as Pham, I would take. We could take Carlos Gonzalez. That's in the Great American Ballpark. Consider him. Okay, let's stick with him for now. And Escobar, he's fine. At shortstop, great. Chris Taylor, interesting. These are all some interesting guys, but we're 700 above, so we just got to figure out who we want to. If you look at this here, where it says DD in the blue and white and yellow, second from the last column, you'll see there the least optimized of the guys is actually Colton Wong. So if we want to upgrade him, that's fine, and see who's available. And no one's available at that price range either, because he's so low to begin with. So we got to perhaps downgrade somebody like at 58 optimization Carlos Gonzalez and see who we can fit in instead of him. This is not bad here. Aaron Alter for Philly, plus 27% platoon split with a 46- rank. It's not too bad, and we can consider him right at 35,000. We got a lineup set. We can save that. And I tried to, it has a file that you can save it, but I didn't see the exact option of how to upload that. It uploads existing, lineups that you saved to FanDuel. So try yourself though, see if it works, because you can just go to your saved lineups here, so you can keep track of this stuff. If you're running a business, for example, and you're out there like trying to pitch and partner up with people, and if you're familiar with things like Shark Tank and things, and how people do, they have to keep track of all their things, their financials, their results of their business, and so on. And this is why I recommend here going with the draft dashboard, because you can track this information. You can download the files, even if you can't upload it or figure out how to do it to FanDuel. You can still export to, like right here, just click, check mark the box, and then you export, see, to a file. That's what the file looks like, as it provides that info right there. And so you just export selected. If it came up on a computer, it would pop up as a file. So I believe what you can do with this here is, let's see, surprisingly, maybe not on the phone, but it'll work better on the computer. So, all right, so that's how you do a dash rank, optimize salary, play, perhaps a stack for the day, and take care.